Art creates man. The doer of a thing undoes the thing, for his presence will create a wide shadow that darkens the room. The doer destroys art in the womb. Self forgetfulness is the greatest of arts, for where there is a doer, there is a hoper. Where there is a hoper, there is a manipulator. Where there is a manipulator, there is the illusion of knowing. The one who is under the illusion of knowing can create only silhouettes. He can only create the semblance of art. The world of magic and possibility is not available to him. The intellectual man sees only what common eyes can see. But what all humans long for is art rather than intellect. For art reaches into a place that they have forever concealed from the outside world. Art captures the longing for unspeakable things. Art understands where the intellect can only explain. Man's greatest folly is in believing that something cannot happen unless he himself does it. How soon he forgets that the movements of planets and the stars seek not his permission or his expertise. How quickly he forgets that his very life lies in the hands of a heart that functions independently of him. The places where a man's intellectual currency is accepted are places that reveal not the divine. They create only a greater longing for it. Man is a thirsty desert wanderer who mistakes sand for water. Thus, his thirst grows day by day. He lives in a world of smoke and mirrors, augmented by sounds and shadows. He values hard rather than soft. He sees the tree bark, but never its stillness. He lives for the chase rather than the arrival. He believes in action rather than sight. As I've said before, my ways will seem strange to the world. For what to say of a man who guides individuals towards oblivion rather than the method? What to say of a man who downplays the intellect and celebrate intuitive spontaneity? Is there a method to my madness? No, there is only madness. Madness created by a visceral desire to disappear into the void. For it is only in the void that true human satisfaction lies. It is only in the void that one becomes whole without trying to treat his fragmentations. Knowing where a thing is not is far more effective than knowing where it is. And wherever there are signs of the deliberate manipulations or intentions of a man, there is only pain and illusion. Where there is a prideful display of man's fingerprints, there is only limitation and untruth. Lest one succumb to categorizing himself as spiritual versus non spiritual, mystical versus pragmatic, he will save himself years of his life by understanding that these are yet another example of an entirely false creation. For a human is a human. He is not human because of his personality, but despite it. A human seeks the nectar of life. He seeks magic. He seeks freedom. He seeks all that is pure, true, whole, and satisfying. Categorizing himself as this or that blinds him to his fundamental nature. Man seeks the endless horizon of the sea while standing in a company of buildings. He seeks the deafening silence of the mountain peak while standing in the company of streetcars. He is told to do, to think, to analyze, to act, to fix, to modify, to accumulate. In doing so, he misses his entire life, for the secret he does not know is that he pursues the hard out of a longing for the soft. He pursues action out of a longing for sight. He accumulates out of a longing for emptiness. He pursues the intellect out of a longing for art. And he chases self gratification out of a longing for self forgetfulness.